Hello everybody, so for today's YouTube video, I will be doing a vlog about a day in New York, and this was on July 3rd, 2018. So let me just tell you that if you have the opportunity to just study outside of your university, whether it's a great university or if it's not, or college or whatever it is, please do so if you have the ability to do so. It is a wonderful experience. I absolutely loved it. I can go more in depth about the cost and my experience and all of that if any of you would like to see that, but honestly I definitely recommend it. And then I'm gonna unmute this little section so you can just hear a little bit of the noise, the New York noise.
Y'all like that drive.
So basically Monday through Thursday, this is what we would do. We would leave our dorm at 8:20ish in the morning and then walk a little, just a couple of minutes, and go hop onto the train. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna go into one of the entrances for the subway, and honestly there's a lot of information about that that I learned, and it's a lot of scary information, so I can definitely share that with you if you ever go to New York and just know what your risks are, what your options are, and all that stuff. But it was very interesting because even though I do live in LA for a lot of days during the year, I usually Uber everywhere, so I am not that familiar with different types of transportation. So New York definitely has shown me how to navigate through the subway and just different forms of transportation. And then right now I'm gonna unmute it, and right now it's kind of like very fast forward, but I'm gonna slow down, or not slow down, but just put it at a normal pace so you can see how fast and how loud the trains in the subway are. So yeah, I definitely believe that you have to be careful to not get hit by the train. And another thing, those doors shut quickly, and it gets very packed and very crowded at times. And another thing, it gets so hot, and the lower you go down the floors, the levels, the hotter it gets. And there has been a lot of issues. Fortunately, we didn't really encounter many of them, except a few times when there was no AC inside the train, and we were like pouring in sweat. But yeah, we are going to take the train so that we can get to our class, and I am going to stop this here and then show you, well, we basically wait for the train, and I'm just going to show you how we get on. We just enter obviously, and then we get off, and then we get out the subway station. So as you can see, we are about to get on, and then we stay on for about 10 minutes, it's just for a couple of stops. And then it gets very crowded, especially right now since a lot of people are going to work and all that good stuff. So we're off the train and walking to our class. Our class took place in a room of NYU's graduate department, and honestly it's not that hard, or it doesn't take that long to get from our dorm to the classroom or whatever, but we are always running late, and sometimes we have to almost run there to class because either we wake up late, or since it is a big group of us, we don't have to, but we would usually wait for each other. It would just take a while for all of us to be there on time and everything. But most of us did go to class every single day, so that's a great thing. And we are arriving, as you can see up there. You might see the NYU flag, and then it is across the Empire State Building, which is huge and beautiful. And I'm just very happy that I got to experience all of that. So the way the class or the program ran was that Monday through Thursday we had school, and we would have class from 9 a.m. to about 11 p.m. And then we usually would have guest speakers. Sometimes we only had one, sometimes two, sometimes more. And we would basically enter the building, tell the securities that we were for the UCLA program, and then we would take the elevator, get to class, and all of that good stuff. And another thing is that even though the class started at 9, my professor would always start before. So he would start like 15 minutes before or so. And it was pretty annoying because we would kind of be late, but we really weren't technically late.
I was going to do that when we do that later in the program. I mean, I was going to do when we will. I mean, I know, I understand that later in the program. I mean, I see your point. We'll do that later. Any other questions?
Our guest speaker for that day was a locksmith from New York City, and he was sharing his experience about the years that he's been working there and all of that. He also told us that he knows some kind of like stuff about the government and how high surveillance is, and especially how it has increased in New York since 9/11, of course. And I did witness that while I was in New York. Like, you were being watched all the time, cameras everywhere, and I mean like everywhere. But yeah, it was very interesting, and he also shared many stories. He was actually late because 30 minutes late, because he had to save a little boy who locked himself in the restroom and had the water running, and his mom was freaking out. So he had to go do that before he came to talk to us. And right now I'm gonna mute it so you can hear how the story ends. But he basically knew 2 twin sisters, and then one of them passed away. So he told her, hey, like, I'm sorry that your twin sister passed away. And she was like, no, my sister didn't pass away. She's actually still at the house. By the way, I need you to come change some locks. So he went up the stairs and all of that to fix all of that, and then you're gonna hear how the story ends.
And the surviving sister turns her back to me, and she says, Rose, come out! Harold is here! And now, with her back to me, she changes identity, and she answers me in the dead sister's voice. So she had assumed the role of both people. She couldn't deal with the fact that her sister was gone. Now, if I tell you that I've really got 1,000 stories like that, I do. But that was just one, and I shortened that one down. It got a lot weirder. Thank you for the other.
Obviously, I was not going to record the whole lecture, the whole class, but I just decided to insert a little bit of it. So right now we left class and we started walking. So the way the program does work, like I said before, is from 9 to 11 we have class, and then right after class, we have a little bit of free time up until around 1:30 usually, and then at 1:30 to like 3:30 we'd have a trip, and sometimes it would vary, but usually, or I think we always did have a break. If I'm remembering correctly, we always did have that like longish break so that we could go back to our dorm or go to the dining hall or get some food or get some rest. And most of the time what we would do is we would just leave and then go home and then take a nap and then wake up and then get food and then head out to our tour, so it was very, very busy, but honestly it was a lot of fun. And on this day my friends actually decided to go shopping, and I was really tired, really sleepy, so I decided to go back to the dorm by myself. And then I went to my dorm, I took a quick nap, and then what else did I do? I got ready. So I'm gonna cut this here because basically I just go down to the subway, I ride the subway, the train, and then I'll show you how I enter the dorm so you can kind of see where we were staying at. I decided to insert this little clip because it felt so good to leave the subway, just because it's super hot down there and it felt nice to get out and finally breathe some air, and it always felt like finally, you know. I don't know if that's just me, but that's how I always felt. And I'm just gonna show you a little bit like how I walk, the little path or whatever that I would walk to get to my dorm. And I'm gonna fast forward it a little bit so you can kind of see. Also, if you ever see NYU flags like the one up there, I don't know if you can see it, but it's purple. That is always outside the NYU building. So the school is like scattered all over New York, and whatever building belongs to NYU, which is New York University, they'll put like a little flag out there. And right now I'm just gonna wait for the cars or whatever, and then I'm gonna cross. And also the cops there do not really ever care whether you jaywalk or not. But finally we have arrived to Lipton Hall, which is a dorm that we were staying in, and then voila, I'm just kidding. But yeah, you just basically walk inside. There's always a security right there, and then you use your NYU ID to get in, and then you click on the elevator, you go up the elevator, you go up the elevator to whatever floor you live in, and then you go up to your dorm, and that's pretty much it. As you can see, we live on the 4th floor, my roommate and I, and then the room we were living in was 407, and it was a very nice dorm. And then I'll have a little dorm tour for you all. It is 12:30 and we are going to head out now on our tour. Whenever we have class, we go on a tour with the class, and I will be vlogging that. And I just came in, you know, got ready real quick, did a little like of my makeup, got dressed a little bit. This is my old outfit of the day, just like jeans, this little boots, something simple. Yeah.
Well, we excited? We excited, ladies? Look at all the beautiful ladies I have to deal with. Yeah.
So like always, we ran a little late, and we couldn't take the subway, so we decided to take the Uber so that we would make it on time to the tour. And then I'm just gonna skip onto the ferry. So yeah, basically today was just taking a tour on the ferry.
decided we needed a new engineering school, and they looked around and he said, okay.
Where's the school? I think they're gonna wait.
Also, while we were on the ferry, it did rain on us. Well, sprinkled or whatever. But it wasn't cold. It was kind of humid, you know, that New York weather. But yeah, I'm gonna sort of skip all of this. But basically, we got off that ferry and then we waited so that we could get onto another ferry just to get more time on the ferries or whatever. And then I don't know why I was so impressed by helicopters lifting off, taking off. And I lost a lot of footage. I don't know what happened, but yeah, it was pretty cool. Then we went to this place to eat tacos that were pretty good.
It's gonna be like on that side.
They had tacos, yeah.
It's so hot out there, and in the subway, it's freaking hot. Like when you go down there, of course, like everything, it gets so hot. But anyways, we just got back, and right now, I'm gonna change, probably take off my makeup, head out to the gym, get a little workout in, and then come back. And once I'm back from the gym, I'm gonna shower and then eat and get ready, and then we're going out tonight on a yacht with the girls, you know, just ouch, a little pre-4th
So I didn't
of
insert
July
the clip of the walk to the gym because I feel like it's a little redundant, but yeah, so I basically walked to the gym. It's pretty close to the dorms, and NYU has a couple of gyms. I only went to 2 of them during the summer, and this one I believe has 3 floors, and it was one of my favorite ones to work out in. And then I always come into this room to stretch because I always stretch before every single workout. So I did a poll on Instagram, and the majority voted for me to not cut this clip out. So this is fast forward. So it is one of the exercises that I love to do, and basically you do a straight Romanian deadlift, and then you do a squat right after, and I tend to do 5 sets of 12 reps, and it's good for your hamstrings and your booty. So after the gym, I decided to go into Starbucks to get a protein box, and unfortunately there was no more protein boxes, so that meant that I had to go into NYU's marketplace, which is where you can get like food and all that stuff. I can discuss the meal plans and all of that. There's a lot of construction going on, but anyways, this food I don't eat it right after my workout. So what I usually do on glute isolation days or on leg days, sometimes if I do upper body, but what I usually do after the gym is I go to my place or whatever, and then I drink a protein shake, and then I take a shower, and then I get out, and then I eat food, whatever that may be. And I'm just gonna skip all the walking, but it's basically only like a block away, the marketplace, and then I'll show you what I got. But yeah, this is where the place is, the marketplace, and then underneath this level is the dining hall. And on that day I did not go to the dining hall, but I did use a swipe or a meal swipe to get what I got. So this is what I got, chicken Caesar bites, and then I also got a lemonade drink with a lot of ice, and then what else did I get? A banana too. And right now I'm just walking back to my dorm, and it was raining, and it's I love when it rains. I love the sound of rain. It wasn't raining too hard, but I do remember my phone getting wet because of the rain. And then to the side right now, right there is Washington Square Park, and it is beautiful. They also have a dog park and this little area for children to play. I absolutely love living near a park, and it's not just like a normal park. It's a park that's very active. I go to parks every here and there, and they're not very active. It makes me kind of like sad because there isn't a lot of people there. But the one in New York, or right there by NYU, it's just always active. Whether it's early in the morning or late at night, there's always people there. There are many artists drawing. It's so beautiful, and I honestly really enjoy it. Let me see, what else do I have to say? Yeah, I love living around there, and it just feels nice. There's another like little side view of the park. They have a beautiful waterfall, by the way. But yeah, it's really nice, and I honestly wouldn't mind living near a park or a park like that. And right here is again another view, and that waterfall is beautiful, and people actually get in there. It's like a big fountain, and people get in there, kids get in there. You know, it's just really nice. It's a nice environment. But anyways, I basically went back to my dorm, and then you have already seen this, so I'm just gonna skip all of this, like entering and all that stuff. And of course I forgot my keys to the dorm, so I rang the doorbell. It's so cute how it has a doorbell. And I don't know I was asleep, so then I had to call her.
I want to be a mommy like Nirvana.
We said we asked you to do it.
Ya me lo te llevan. Un traguito.
Con ganas, con ganas.
So stick time is alive.
Oh my god! So basically what happened is we got on an Uber because we were running super late. When we were on the Uber, we also found out that we were like an hour late or something like that to the yacht, because I guess we were supposed to get there like an hour and a half earlier, and I was like, oh my goodness. And then we were basically running because one of the securities had told us like, oh, it's almost leaving, and then we ended up actually waiting a long time. So yeah, but we still made it. That's all that matters. So if I remember correctly, the yacht had 3 floors, and then we went down to the very bottom where they actually served food. Of course the whole yacht had alcohol, but on this floor they had tables where you could order food and all that stuff. And we decided to sit down for a while, and then I'm just going to show you right now the top like beautiful view that we have, or that we got to see. So video does no justice at all. This view was so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Especially since I'm not from the city. I did not grow up in the city. Oh my goodness. It was just really beautiful, and I loved it.
Wait, no, I don't want to tell you. You're gonna like think something of it. Like, how about you tell them?
If you're gonna tell them, put it on the group chat.
Like, what do you say? I just feel like, hey, we're going for our
I don't know, I just saw it at night. I saw it one time during the day, but it was very far, so I couldn't see it up close. I'm about to see it.